So you have just finished recording your video. Congratulations. And now it's time for you to pass on all of the materials, all of the footage to your video editor so that you have the most effective process possible. In this video, you're going to learn exactly how to do this. And if you're not yet familiar, you do not know this channel, my name is Renat and I run a video production studio for SaaS startups. And personally, I record over 100 videos every single year. So we've nailed down this process. So at this point, you record the video, you're going to have probably three things if this is a talking head video. You're going to have your footage from your camera, you're going to have your microphone recording, and you're going to have your screen share, which is on my computer. Let me show you what's inside. Here's how my computer looks like after the recording has been done. I have the script right in front of me. And by the way, this content dashboard is available for download with all of the links and the entire pipeline. So you can check it out down the line. And I have a video about that. So I have the script itself, and I'll need to provide a Google Drive folder where all of the data is located. Locally on my computer, I have Google Drive installed, which you can see over here. And I'm going to go to Google Drive and find the appropriate folder or create a new one for this specific video. So I have videos for this particular client, and this video is called Social Listening on LinkedIn. And inside that folder, we're going to have the following folder structure. First, we're going to have our footage folder. Then I'll have my audio files. We'll have the project folder. This is where the editor is going to upload the source file from software like Premiere Pro or Final Cut, you name it. It just gives you the ability to make tweaks down the line and to make sure that nothing gets lost in case you do want to make changes. So finally, we're going to have the export folder, and typically we have 3-4 different versions of the video, and I want each version of the video to be rendered and uploaded to Google Drive so that in case I want to come back, I can have all of the footage there in that export folder. Okay, so let's double click on our footage file. So I'm going to take this SD card and drop the footage into that folder. I'm going to select the relevant files and drag them into this footage folder. If you have B-roll specific to this video, this is where B-roll is also going to go. So what I always do is I create another folder that's called B-roll, and I drop in any information, maybe B-roll of me that's related to this video, or I'll also drop any pictures, for example, that I provided over here that I might want the editor to use. This is where it's going to go. I'll create another folder for screen share files. Let's drop the file over here, and depending on what screen share recording software you use, it may look a little different. So for me, I use two different types of screen sharing software. For this specific video, I used Screen Studio over here, and I have source files. So I have these two files, and I'm going to just drag those into my screen share folder. And my video editor has access to this software, so they're going to render the video on their local device. So Screen Studio allows us to record only the screen without the mouse, and we can render a version which has a mouse. It can be big, it can be small, you name it. This is a part of what we do. Again, you can use QuickTime Studio to record, or I also use CleanShot to record my screen just in the traditional regular way. Okay, let's go back from that screen share folder. We have next up our audio folder over here. So I'm going to take this wire, I'm going to plug it into my DJI mic. Let's go ahead and navigate to that folder. Here we have DJI. We have all audio files from today. There's quite a bit, and I'm going to drag those into the audio folder. Next up, and this is extremely important, you can save your editor potentially days of work, and you can save yourself a lot of headache as well. And the secret magic trick is creating editing notes. You just created potentially an hour or an hour and a half of footage, and then your editor will need to go through all of that footage to try to fish out the best part. Most likely, you know that for the first 15 minutes, you had really bad takes, and you can take them out and you can save that person a bunch of time in the beginning. Here's how to create editing notes. For that, we're going to fire up Loom like this. And you're going to go through your footage. Let's imagine that Loom is running right now. And here we have our footage. over here. I'm going to record the video and I say, hey, there's the footage. So the video went super well. The first 10 minutes I was learning the script, and then you can start from, say, this point, right?
In sales, timing is everything.
And then you can jump into another part and say, hey, this is where I messed up. The important thing is that me personally, I record talking head videos over screen share. So screen share is going to be probably the part where I'll make the most mistakes. So instead of just showing A-roll and showing people where I made mistakes, I'm actually going to go into the screen share because it's contextual. This is what I'm looking at most of the time on the screen. And then I'm going to, just like this, I'm going to hit the space bar to get the preview, and I'm going to tell people what to cut out, when to cut things out. You can also run through the script itself, and I use the here see methodology, where on the left side I have the script, the things I'm going to say, and on the right I have the things that are going to be visible in the edit. This is sound design, these are things happening on the screen, different text. So ideally in that video I run through my editing notes. When you finish recording your video with editing notes, we're going to add a section in our Notion template called editing notes, make it a title, and embed your video over here. Finally, your editor will need to have a link to your Google Drive materials. So let's go ahead and grab that link from our Google Drive. Here we have our video, which is called Social Listening Tool. I'm going to right click, click Share with Google, making sure that your editor has access, and I'm going to copy link to that folder and paste it over here. But your job as a creator is not over yet. You want to make sure that the editor delivers you the video that you love. And for that, we do the following. First, I ask my video editors to create a story cut, meaning that they're going to take the A-roll, they're going to take the screen share, and I'm going to just send me raw footage of the story, of one thing happening after another according to the script. Nothing fancy, no sound design, nothing other than just the cut footage. I want to make sure that the story is right. And again, you're going to see maybe there are gaps in the script, some parts that you might want to re-record, or some parts that you're not happy with. This is going to be all visible in that story cut. How you get review footage from your video editor is absolutely crucial. Never accept footage as a Google Drive link, for example, because then the way you will need to give feedback is by creating super long threads with individual timestamps, for example, and things I guarantee you are going to fall through the cracks. At my company Represent, we use frame.io. You can just drop a comment when you're watching a video and it's automatically going to have a timestamp. You can also circle things, emphasize different parts, and it's going to be a to-do checklist for the video editor to go through. So nothing, again, slips through the cracks. That frame review link is going to go over here to the review link section in our Notion template. Last thing that I want to mention, we have video statuses where we take a video from an idea to a published video. Here are the stages. We have the idea backlog. It's when the video is not ready to be recorded, ready when it is to be ready to be recorded. Then we have the copywriting stage. We have the recording stage, which you just completed. Then we have ready to edit. So once you finish recording the video, you'll be ready to edit, meaning that you've uploaded all of your footage and you provided your video editing notes. Okay, I'm going to upload the stage of this video. Then we have the editing, and then we have in review. In review is when the video editor is waiting for you to come back with feedback. When you're happy with the final edit, it's going to have a scheduling stage when you're uploading things to YouTube, and finally, the video is going to be published. Let's update the stage to ready to edit. And that was our workflow for creator editor handoff so that everybody is happy. If you want to learn more about how to make killer talking head videos, make sure to subscribe to this channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.